logo, Laker legend Jerry West on KBLA Talk 1580 talking about LA Clippers superstar Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my gosh, he's a stud, man. He really is. And watching him work out is pretty interesting because he is so dedicated. He'll go out there for an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and he does the same thing almost every day. He does not play in the off season. He just works on his game. He's a powerful kid who happens to be one of the league's best defensive players. Offensively, he can really shoot the ball. And when he first came into the league, that's something he couldn't do, but he might be the best two-way player in basketball.
Don't miss the KBLA Sports Minute weekdays and Out of Bounds weekends only on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
We fly, no lie, you know this.
KBLA Talk 1580, and for Don Amici versus everybody D. We will be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., but we will all be live and in color come Monday at our regular time slots. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? Are you just going to get your meal on, or are you going to be like, pick and choosy? I can have that, but I can't have that. I can have that. I can't. What are you going to do?
I'm grubbing.
All out?
I'm going all out.
Dessert and all?
Yeah. Now, I got back in the gym 2 days ago, all right?
Did
2
you?
days.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I fell off, okay? I fell off around my birthday.
Okay.
Just being real.
It's all good.
Because it happens. And then I spent like a month or so away, and I'm like, ugh. You know how you can feel it?
Mm-hmm.
You've been working out, you good, you see the results starting to come, and then you fall off, and you can feel it, you can see it, and I'm like, okay, I got to get back in. So I've, you know, a couple of days I've been hitting the gym again. And so I'm like, you know what? Thanksgiving is the time. I'm cooking all this different food. So, you know, why not enjoy it myself? I'll give myself the day and then, you know, get back to my nice diet after.
Do you usually gain weight around the holiday season?
I'm pretty consistent. I'm a pretty consistent girl. Like, you know, I do fluctuate in my weight, but for the most part, I'm not going to gain too much just off of like Thanksgiving food. That's not going to happen.
American average 8 to 10 pounds.
To gain during the holidays?
Gain during the holidays.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm also like, even though I'll eat that one day, the following days I think is what's making people put on so much more weight. It's not that particular day, but afterwards you continue to eat all of this food, and I don't do that necessarily.
So you're not a leftovers person? Cause
we do leftovers, but I don't go overboard on my leftovers.
Mine is the desserts. Like the meal itself, I'm pretty good, but you know what? You got sweet potato pie sitting over there, because you know when it's chilled in the refrigerator, and somebody got some ice cream, you might even have some whipped cream. Oh my God, it's over.
So you're a sweets person.
Definitely.
You're not a bread person.
I don't eat a lot of bread at all.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
I love me some tortillas with my breakfast, though. Not gonna lie. Tortillas.
You know, you should do the spinach tortillas.
I've never had those.
They're good.
They'll make me poop, I think.
No, they're good.
By the way, speaking of poop, I'm about to do a cleanse. Have you ever done one?
I've done one before.
They are amazing.
They're really, really amazing. I've done a 30-day cleanse before. But it does all of the like your organs and your blood and you know like all of those inner organs and things like that need to be paid attention to.
Facts.
So while you're on the cleanse that I've done, you eat raw food, nothing but raw food.
I've never heard that before. You know the name of it? That's great.
Yes. And the guy, his name is A.D. Dolphin, but I forgot the name of the cleanse, and it's very popular. He works with Steve Harvey a lot. Like they have this whole sort of like collaborative thing that they do. He's on his show, Steve's show, a lot, and the cleanse is fantastic. Again, you take a lot of pills per day, but each pill that you take is really sort of cleansing all the different organs in your body. But you only eat raw food, so that comes. So initially, I thought I had to do nothing but vegetables and fruits and salads and things. And after a few days of that, I got like sick. I'm like, I want something else, but I found a restaurant. It's in the Valley. It's near Universal Studios, actually. So there's a restaurant that does all raw food. But when I tell you, they make enchiladas, tacos.
With raw food?
With raw food, and it is amazing. So the sour cream might be like made from almond milk or something, and somehow the way that they prepare it is meant to be like sour cream. The way that they prepare everything, it's literally like nothing is hot food. Like you don't cook the food, so but you taste it and it tastes like tacos, or it tastes like enchiladas or whatever.
You have to give me the name of that place.
It's really good. I think it's Soul. I'll find the name of it, but it's really great. So once I found that, I was like, okay, now I get a variety of food where I can still eat raw. So it was pretty good.
I implore anyone that's going to get on some health journey soon, do a cleanse first. You can go to any GNC and they have options there. They have the 30-day that you're talking about. They have one that you can do over the weekend. And I'm telling you, you will poop out a Lego you lost when you were 5. Like you're like, whoa.
That you lost when you were 5. In addition, though, you should, while you're on a cleanse, it would be really great and helpful if you did like a colonic. They do the hydrocolonics now.
I want to do one.
They're so good. Why?
Hello.
What? Oh, just.
I'm an exit, not an entrance. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I just. Doctor, buy me dinner first. Is all I'm saying,
like,
Doc.
Why? Okay.
Come on, Doc.
Buy me dinner first.
Very large hands, Doctor.
No. It's really good. It's sort of strange, right? Sitting there like as the water is flushing you out. But
and you can see it, like they keep you.
Yeah, you get a whole like view of like a tank, sort of like a water tank where your stuff, your waste is coming out.
Nice, yeah.
It's great.
Feces.
It's really great, but I advise you to do it once you've been eating clean for a little while, because I've only heard that if you're doing it right when you're starting, it can be really like not great as far as the smell and all of that stuff. So just when you're clean though, you see it, it's great.
I eat clean really all the time. It ain't no big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? What I do is there's a company, I'll give them a shout out. It's called I just forgot the name. The item is called Oxy Powder tablets. And I can't remember. Global.
Oxy Powder.
Yeah. If you Google Oxy Powder, and they come in tablets, and you take 8 of them every night, and you do it for a week, and you drink a whole lot of water, and you try to eat as clean as possible, you'll flush yourself out in a week, no problem. But boy, oh boy, don't be trying to go to the club that night. And if you do go to the club, get a booth next to the bathroom, because I can promise you one thing. It's going to be very interesting. The first time I did it, I said, yo, do you come to watch the game? No. I'll be watching it on my phone while sitting on the throne.
Oh, my goodness.
It's one of them situations. So,
Sun Cafe is the place that I was talking about.
Sun, S-U-N?
Sun Cafe.
And it's in Universal City?
It's right near Universal City, yeah.
I'm going there.
You should. It's incredible. I think you'll be very surprised at the food that they have, the type of way that you can eat, and it being raw. It's really good. And
I bet it's expensive as hell.
You can get a few items that are pretty, reasonable.
Usually those specialty places, there's an upcharge, there's a surcharge for having something.
I'm sure it's not cheap to make these things in anyway. You know what I'm saying? Something's in my eye. I gotta go grab something.
It's all good. When we come forward, we will have Robin be able to see, and we will also go to the phone. Sean's been on the phone for a little bit. We'll go to him as well. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
The Institute for Diversity Certification is all about the 3 Ds: dedication, determination, and discipline. Learn more about our globally recognized diversity certification program today by calling 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192, or visit diversitycertification.org. As the #1 organization for certified diversity professionals and also certified diversity executive credentials, diversitycertification.org will provide an opportunity for you to demonstrate dedication to the field, determination to make progress, and more discipline to your process. Go today and learn more about the diversity certification system. Call 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or go to diversitycertification.org. That's diversitycertification.org. The standard of excellence, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talent, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
This Black Friday, we're checking everyone off your list with unbeatable deals at Ulta Beauty all week long. Starting November 20th, shop hundreds of exciting deals in store and online. And beginning Tuesday, get $12 mascaras from brands like Benefit and $10 lippies from brands like Fenty, and so much more. Because our kind of holiday is you having your kind of holiday. So what are you waiting for? Hurry to an Ulta Beauty near you or buy online and pick up in store. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Roll Charmin ultra strong when you drop in the beat. It cleans with way less effort on your seat. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Charmin flows extra strong from the road. Your butt hella clean while you're sitting on the bowl. Yeah, it's all you need for that bathroom groove. Get you in and out without nothing to prove.
Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Now back to more of the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Look at Charmin up in that game on a hip-hop theme.
Yeah, that was powerful.
That was kind of fire. By the way, I'm on an Instagram page called Everyday Throwback. I don't know if you guys are on it, and they do battles on their page kind of the same way we do. And today they just posted choose one. Which of these 1990 jams takes the cake? And the first one is Tony, 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 It Never Rains. After 7, Ready or Not. I'll Give All My Love. Keith Sweat. Ralph Tresvant, Sensitivity. Spread My Wings, Troop.
Ooh.
Whitney Houston, I'm Your Baby Tonight. This is Howard Hewitt, right?
Wow.
Show Me. Yeah, that's what that is. Pebbles and Babyface.
That's a great one.
Love Makes Things Happen. By the way, the most beautiful cheating song of all time. You ever listen to the words in that song?
No,
That's what they're talking about in that
really.
song.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Gill, My.
Yeah.
And the last one, which doesn't even fit.
Yeah, it doesn't
They'll
fit at all.
vote Poison. Which one is the hottest song in that list?
I have to go with, I'm stuck between Troop or After 7. That Troop is definitely next level, or After 7.
Keith Sweat, I'll Give All My Love to You is not a heater for you?
No, that's not. Keith Sweat has some better songs.
Okay.
I got love for Keith, but nah.
I'm going to go Troop Spread My Wings. I'm with you on that.
That, when it came on, I felt something in my spirit. I mean, the spirit got me.
It's everything.
It is. I love that Troop song.
And if y'all want another treat, go watch that music video and the dance break that they do in the middle of that video.
Oh.
Fire. Let's go to the phones real fast. Speaking of fire, Sean's on the phone. Sean, give me your height, your color, and your hood, Sean.
Hey, I'm still, almost under 6 feet, and, my hood is the East Bay, the Bay Area, Oaktown, Oakland, Hayward.
East Bay, Oakland, California. Checking in. Drop that. Come on, Andy. Yeah. What's on your mind today? I'm told that you want to talk about what you're thankful for this Thanksgiving holiday.
Well, absolutely. Number one, I want to say, because Miss Ayers, Robin, that's awesome. You've been married 17 years. First of all, I'm thankful for that. You should be, and I know you are thankful for that, because that's kind of rare in today's world. I have to tell you.
Very.
And that should be something that you should be very thankful for. And I've been married a long time and all that, but not about me. I am thankful for that word, resilience. You had earlier a caller. My goodness, resilience. And I wanted to say something to you, Brother Danny. I learned something new listening to this show tonight, in which you had a son who had stage 4 cancer and survived.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me tell you something, brother. I have, and my better half and I have had a situation. We have a son with autism and other, complications, and, that was a big crisis. But there's nothing bigger than pediatric cancer or young children having cancer and getting through it. Nothing. Not one thing.
Nothing.
And so, nothing. And so you did this, my man, and I'll tell you what, that's what we give a lot of our support towards pediatric cancer. My daughter's best friend had an immune deficiency in which she had to get chemo, and I was so sad I had to wear my mask to go through and support. But you see these children that actually have to go through this thing, and all I wanted to do is imbibe positivity, because I'll tell you what, your son or daughter, was your son?
It's my son.
I'll tell you what, he will be stronger than 99.9% of all human beings, because he got through that with the support of you and your better half and your family and all that kind of stuff. And there's nothing more to be thankful for than that kind of strength. And I know you're proud and all that. So anyway, I just wanted to send you my love, because I understand crisis, but that is a crisis to a different level.
Wow. You know what? Give him call of the day / night.
Thank you, Sean. That was beautiful.
Sean, that was absolutely fantastic. Man, I needed that today, and I'm glad that you can feel it, because I try to tell people, man, you have not experienced pain until you walk through a children's hospital, man. It's another world that most people don't get to experience, and I wish everyone could, to understand just how blessed they are every single day.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, anyone that had ever gone through any crisis, anything, perception is reality to some extent, but it is not when you think about people that are going through something that you went through, because your child could lose their life, and there's nothing more precious than that life of a child who is in this world already with people around them that love them.
That's right. Sean, have a blessed Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you prior to that, and have a beautiful night as well, okay?
Thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you, Sean, so much.
Wow. It's
that was
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
It's amazing how, we're sitting here thinking about what we're going to eat for Thanksgiving and what family we're going to see for Thanksgiving. But meanwhile, there's people in hospitals all throughout this country that won't be at home. And we never think about those people. We talked about the homeless earlier in this broadcast. There's people that will be sleeping under a bridge on Thanksgiving morning. We won't be thinking about those people. All I've been trying to do during this broadcast is to help us understand, as somebody going through some really traumatic experiences, as we speak, and you worrying about your collard greens,
Yeah, and this is true, and that's why my biggest thought about, I guess, maybe all of that and just life in general is that all of us are here to serve one another. You know what I mean? And we don't get it perfect all the time, because to be honest with you, we should be thinking about family. We should be, celebrating, with our family, the time that we have together, being thankful for that, right? But I feel as though, like the Bible talks about, and I don't know the exact scripture, but the Bible talks about, like, even the birds, basically he feeds even the birds. Even the birds don't have to worry about being fed, right? Mm-hmm. And I believe that, so since we're all his children, that somehow, some way, that he will put it on someone's heart to bless, people around the world. And so that certainly is my prayer. I pray that everyone feels some kind of love, someone that they feel, fed. And let's be honest, it's really not about the food per se, right. And I know that we're putting a lot of emphasis on food. It's not really about that. It's, to me, yeah, we're going to cook and we're going to eat and all that, but we're really celebrating the time that we have together and being thankful for that. So with that being said, it's loving on one another. And I pray that all of those people who are houseless, who are, by themselves and don't necessarily have family, that they still receive love in some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. Whether it's through strangers, a kid smiles at you, makes your day, or, someone blesses you with, money to go get food to eat, or food itself. You know what I mean? So that's what I hope.
And I also don't want us to feel selfish if we hand somebody $5 outside a grocery store, we've done our part. I think sometimes we do that for selfish reasons. Sometimes we give somebody something. Some foolish people on social media even give it and take a picture with the homeless person, which ticks me off more than anything. You got to understand, once that $5 is gone, regardless of what they buy with it, food, alcohol, drugs, it's not on my heart when I give somebody cash. Could not care less what they do with it. Whatever they need to bring them comfort in that moment, I'm going to go ahead and let them do that and let God do what he does. But I want us to also understand, once that $5 is gone, what then? Once they eat that meal that we give them, what then? If it's raining outside, what then? You know what I'm saying? I just think we have such short-term thinking when it comes to taking care of people that are houseless. We give a little something and we just think, oh, we took care of them. They're going to be good for the night. I gave them $20. They're going to be good for the night. No, they're not.
I used to, every Wednesday here in downtown LA, actually, there's an organization called My Friend's House, and they feed, and now it's awesome because I hadn't been in a while. They feed people who are living down there on the streets, and now they're feeding their pets, which is awesome. But My Friend's House also opened up an actual facility where, you can donate clothes, you can donate, all of those types of things that are necessities, right? Just different things. And people can go there and actually, choose clothes, and they've had a lot of events there. But my point for saying that is there's nothing more amazing than feeling like you're helping someone, giving someone, we're standing behind these, food trays, and we're helping, giving food, and again, putting certain things in bags for them, whether it be socks and water, or things for women for their, the time that they have of the month.
Feminine
and
products.
Definitely all of those. So that's helpful. That's something that they need, right? But also, to another level, I used to take my kids there. I used to take my kids and for them to see a couple of things. I think it's twofold. Number one, you need to understand what it feels like to give.
Facts.
You need to see that and feel what it feels like when they give you a smile of appreciation and they're thankful for what you're helping to do. But not only that, it opens their eyes to being grateful for the situation that they're in. It's a gratitude kind of thing. It really, when you expose kids to people who have less than them, it begins to just open up their entire world and them to be grateful about, the life that they have. And so it just offers, I think, a multitude of different blessings or whatever. So again, that's My Friend's House. It's an organization in downtown LA that I personally need to get back to, because I used to go pretty much every Wednesday. And so I want to go back there. But if you have time on a Wednesday afternoon, I believe it's 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something like that, go down there. They're always looking for people to help.
That's why I believe in Karen Bass.
Yeah.
I think she's about to change things.
Yeah, I believe in her.
I believe in the verbiage she's been using over the past few months, is saying that she's going to make things, she's going to enhance the communities, the houseless communities. Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to my friend's house. Hopefully they won't have to exist very soon. A lot of these organizations that take care of the houseless in LA, hopefully they won't have to exist very soon. You know? Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, I think it's a collaborative effort. I think that Karen Bass needs us, we need her, and she needs organizations. The organizations need her. I think it's a collaborative thing, you know. But yeah, you're right. I mean, ideally there would be no one, you know, on the streets, and that they can help get you know, a good amount, especially while she's in office, a good amount of people off the streets.
Got a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, that's true.
1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we got news and traffic right now. When we come forward, let's get into these clips. We got some good ones today. We got to break them down because we got a crazy Thursday coming tomorrow. We got to get them in.
Yeah.
1-800-920-1580, Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about where Black Lives Matter. Don't get it twisted. Come on.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Railroad unions and management are heading back to negotiate as a national strike looms large. This after the White House praised a tentative deal in September between railroads and unions over long-time disputes about pay and working conditions. At that time, the Biden administration warned a nationwide strike could cripple our economy. In a year-end push, the White House is advising Americans to be up to date on their COVID vaccines. More money is being made available for entities like community health centers to make sure folks get a vaccine. Fire officials are reminding folks that Thanksgiving is the biggest day of the year for cooking fires, so they're offering tips to keep families safe this week. Officials say keep your eyes on your cooking equipment and keep young children out of the kitchen. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Good news if you're traveling on the 10 westbound in West Covina just before sunset. A stalled car has been moved out of lanes, pushed over to the right shoulder now, and your drive is recovering from the 71. The 10 heading eastbound, that's going to be in downtown LA just before Central. A stalled car stuck in the middle lane. Overall, it's a heavy ride from Lincoln. And on the 118 eastbound in Pacoima before the 5, a crash there has the left lane blocked, causing some stop-and-go traffic from
In
Havenhurst.
these inflationary times, you need a good value, especially when it comes to fuel. Lava Propane gives you 2 extra pounds more than other companies who short fill. You get more gas for the same cash. With the holidays coming, it's time to check propane tank levels. Visit lavapropane.com for value and location.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Miami Dolphins are one of the NFL's surprising teams this season. They are 7-3 and tied with Buffalo atop the AFC East. It's a dirty shame that Brian Flores is not the Dolphins head coach. Flores, an African-American, was the Dolphins head coach last year. They finished the season winning 8 of their last 9 games and barely missed the playoffs. Despite the strong finish, Dolphins owner Stephen Ross fired Flores anyway, prompting Flores to file his highly publicized lawsuit against the Dolphins and the NFL for discriminatory hiring practices involving black coaches. Flores is currently the linebackers coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he still should be the head coach of the up-and-coming Miami Dolphins. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. This sports report was brought to you by MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to your settlement, we're a slam dunk. Call 833-MVP-WINS or check their website at themvp.com for a free case review.
If you're the victim of a car accident, call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review.
Call me your MVP. They're playing basketball.
Hi, I'm Ray Richardson. The NBA is back, and everybody is talking about what to expect this year. Here's the logo, Laker legend Jerry West on KBLA Talk 1580, talking about LA Clippers superstar Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, my gosh. He's a stud, man. He really is. And watching him work out is pretty interesting because he is so dedicated. He'll go out there for an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and he does the same thing almost every day. He does not play in the off season. He just works on his game. He's a powerful kid who happens to be be one of the league's best defensive players. Offensively, he can really shoot the ball. And when he first came into the league, that's something he couldn't do, but he might be the best two-way player in basketball.
Don't miss the KBLA Sports Minute weekdays and Out of Bounds weekends only on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
We fly, no lie, you know this.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Maisha Cairo here with Dom Kennedy at JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. They're here to promote generational wealth building in Black communities. He's an independent rapper and the owner of OPM record label. Dom Kennedy, why do you find it important to be here today at this event with Chase?
For me, we've been having a lot of conversations with them, and giving me a lot of good facts and a lot of good feedback that I felt like needed to be shared. And if people heard it, they would take to the information, and it would help them on their quest to be homeowners and just better off financially across the board. They like my perspective, and being an artist and somebody that people knew that was born and raised in LA, people older and like bank managers could kind of be a little intimidating, I guess, to everyday people, especially that has never purchased a home. So just the angle of me being able to communicate it and make the story real, I guess for the younger people was a great opportunity, and I didn't want to pass on.
That's awesome. So answer me this. Why is it important for companies like Chase to promote generational wealth in Black and brown communities?
Keep it real. They make a lot of money off the Black and brown communities. I look at it like it's a great responsibility for them to take on, to want to share some knowledge and some facts and try to put more people in homes, and give them a shot at and a chance at generational wealth. I think it's beneficial to both parties,
I'm Maisha Cairo, and that was Dom Kennedy. Stay tuned for more tips from Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour.
Sanctuary of Hope invites you to come out, support Homeless Youth Awareness Month at a candlelight, interfaith prayer, and youth voice reflections, Tuesday, November 29th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. For more info, visit thesoh.org. Did you know a housing crisis puts young people at huge risk of more violence and trauma? And right now, young people and their children need support more than ever. Prevention services such as financial assistance, education, employment support, and mental health well-being are main drivers of impact. Contact thesoh.org for more information. Did you know an estimated 4.2 million youth and young adults experience homelessness, of which 700,000 are unaccompanied minors? The pathway to functional zero is prevention. More info at thesoh.org. Again, thesoh.org.
KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Yeah, yeah.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as Chief Executive of the City of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community, and I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
We're KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. And we don't black down. We've got a lot to talk about. Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
You know what? Is this that mint condition? Listen, this is up there. One of the all-timers right here. They ain't no one-hit wonders, baby. Listen.
You say you feel disenchanted, 'cause lately it takes you for granted. Still faithful and true, you've remained, and to her so have I. You pour out your heart and I listen. and we get your vibe reminiscing. Temptation so strong, not to mention the yearning inside.
Sing that, Stokely. Let's go.
What kind of man would I be if I lived unfaithfully? And what kind of girl would you be if you did the same? 'Cause I don't wanna see her cry, and you don't need a reason to lie. 'Cause if we lay down tonight, it won't justify throwing love aside now.
Inside the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580, mint condition. What kind of man would I be? Whoa!
Andy know what's up.
Telling y'all, man. I mean, I said, I think it was last week that you can make the case that Wanye is the best male singer of the 1990s. You better toss Stokely's name into the conversation.
Stokely is
just into the conversation.
Yeah, I think he is underrated.
There's no doubt. There's no
Yeah.
doubt. He should have gone solo. I'm surprised he didn't. He had an opportunity there. Mint Condition was doing okay, but come on. Wanye too, by the way.
But you know what? I think we often, I don't think we give the groups enough credit, because could Stokely be Stokely without Mint Condition?
I give you Ralph Tresvant. Ralph waited too long.
To come out solo.
He waited too long. He was holding. I mean, we all saw the documentary. He was holding up that group too long, and he felt bad about walking away from them. But he should have. Bobby Brown got fired from the group and became the biggest thing in the entire group.
Sometimes I don't think it's just that, though. I think that there's just certain factors. You know, it could be chemistry. It could be the fact that someone else in the group is writing your songs. Maybe that they are, producing the music that you're singing, so you wouldn't be the same without them. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for everybody, because we've seen Michael Jackson, like we've seen people go
Justin
solo
Timberlake
before and really do a great job and completely bypass the group's success, right? So we've seen it happen. Sometimes I think that, number one, we wouldn't have even known you without your group. Right?
So do you owe them some sort of loyalty, a few albums before you bounce?
For sure that. And then just the mere fact that we know your name, I think that we have to give that to the group, because what if we wouldn't have paid any attention to you just as a solo artist off top? We had to know you from the group, right?
So did Beyonce leave too soon?
No, of course, clearly not.
I'm just saying, but the other two did not flourish when she left. Did she leave too soon? Did she hurt them by going solo?
That's possible.
Timberlake
too? That's possible. Possibly.
Definitely Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's true too.
That kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Has there ever been, and we'll move on with the videos after this, the audio, I mean. Has there ever been a group that had a lead singer or anyone within the group that left and went solo, and the group stayed just as viable after their departure? Has that ever happened before?
Oh, man. I want to say...
Because Bobby Brown left, but he wasn't the lead singer per se.
Yeah.
And they still had Ralph, and they brought in Johnny Gill. They were fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure.
I don't think there has been, ever.
Are we just keeping it R&B?
R&B's fine, or whoever you want.
NWA.
You think after Ice Cube's departure, they were just as viable a group?
I think you can make the argument for that.
That End for Life album was not as strong as Straight Outta Compton. It was okay.
Yeah, it was still impactful, though.
It was impactful. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's probably one of the best examples that we have.
Let's get into the Upon Further Review clips. These are clips you have all sent us over the past few days. Clips that extend the conversation on some of the topics we've touched on the Danny Mo Show. Here's the first one. And I was excited when this one was sent to me, literally just last night. It features the brilliant Dick Gregory breaking down how we only have one expectation on this earth from the moment we leave the womb. Listen.
All raindrops have one job, is to work their way back home. To the river, to the stream, to the ocean. When we born, we have one thing to do. God don't give a damn about a PhD like your daddy got, or a PhD like your mama got, or how much money you got in the bank, or if you're black, you white, you rich, you poor, you can read, you can't read. God has one law. When you come here The only thing you have to do is work your way back home. I brought you through that little door called your mama's womb. But all you got to do is work your way. And I have one restriction. You better be as clean when you get back as you was when I put you here. Hmm? You're not born a racist, or a bigot, or a thief, or a murderer. You pick that up on the way. It's just that simple. Now y'all play all the games you want, get hung up in all the churches you want, be full of hatred, let somebody reduce you below your dignity and don't know you violating the universal God. Let a bunch of thugs control your food, a bunch of hoodlums control your education, everything. They got engineered animals that you put on your table every day, and America's the only country don't have to put on the label that they've been cloned and you think you free.
Wow. I had an opportunity to meet him once.
Oh my God! Talk about it.
It was near. I forget what exactly was happening, or who got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2017, and he was at the hotel that was right there nearby. It was maybe the W Hotel or something like that. I can't exactly remember. It was right around the Hollywood Boulevard thing going on or whatever, and he was sitting there, and I remember seeing everybody sort of making a fuss that he was there. He was chill, I think he was having a conversation with someone, and I'm the type of person that if I know, I may not even have anything to say or ask of you, but I want to just meet you, shake your hand, because you are an icon, right? You are a legend.
I want to touch greatness,
and I just have to tell you that, right? And so he sat there, I went over to him. He complimented me. It was just he was so nice and so genuine and sweet and just authentic, and I just had to let him know how much I loved him, and he was just, well, thank you, darling, thank you. He was just so sweet, and that was just, it was a brief moment. We didn't sit there and have a conversation. I wasn't gonna impede on what he had going on, but it was still really, really nice to just meet him in person.
That's got to be a top 10 for you.
Yeah, he's for sure. He's up there. Sidney Poitier, that he's certainly up there. But to even have a conversation with him, I mean, the fact that he allowed me to sit there and take his time when that's not even what we were there for. But, we were there for a play. But he sat there and just gave me time, and, we took pictures, and he was like, is that good? Well, no, let's take another one. Like, let's make sure that it's good, He was so great. So he's another one on my top 3, right?
I've never asked you that question before. I'm curious now. Who's your list? Who are the 3 that you've met that you go, oh my God, those are the 3 greatest human beings I've ever met or interviewed or whatever?
Yeah, maybe for different reasons. I mean, the 2 of them, probably, who I just spoke about.
You could easily have them in the top 3.
Absolutely. And probably Bishop T.D. Jakes, because I will never forget the feeling of him walking into the room, and I felt like he was such a father figure, He was a father figure for multiple reasons. I think, of course, I have been listening to him for years, and even when someone is helping to guide your soul, much like my own pastor, right? But when someone is helping to guide your soul, you look to them and you sort of you revere, them. And it's like, that's how I felt. And not just in that way, but when he walked in, he has such a big presence.
It's a huge presence.
He has a huge presence, and it's calm and it's sweet. Yeah. It's nice, it's kind. Yeah. And, but he takes up room. So I learned from that as well. I learned that, you can, when you enter a room, you don't have to be loud and, everybody look at me. You don't have to be that. You can actually be silent, but your presence is so loud, And so, and then, of course, I had the opportunity to interview him and ask him some, more spiritual questions as well. And so he's probably I've always said he was in my top 3, though, for sure, because I felt like I met my father. You know what I'm saying? In a weird way, I kind of felt like that with him.
I told you that E.T. is #1 motivational speaker. I think that you countered mine with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You might be right on that.
I see it.
TD is probably top dog.
Yeah. He's impeccable with his word. He's impeccable in how to convey a message.
Yes.
He has the best ability to just break the thing down and make you understand it the way that it's meant to come off.
Yes.
You know? So he's certainly gifted. He's anointed for sure, but he's gifted in that way, being able to tell like stories and, just talk to you in a very relatable kind of way.
Steve Harvey?
I love Steve. I love Steve's gems.
Where you got him? He's not above either one of those two.
Right, but I don't even see him as a motivational speaker. I think that Steve Harvey is one who drops nuggets.
All the
he
time.
might have he has moments, but they're like nuggets. You know, he'll just say like a good 5 minutes. You know, just give him 5 minutes and he'll tell you a story, or or just tell you something from the Bible, and it's cool the way that he relates it to real life. And so I love Steve Harvey. I don't look at him as a motivational speaker, though.
I think I've told you that jump video changed my life. And that jump video is part of the reason I'm talking to you guys in Los Angeles right now.
Oh, Steve Harvey?
Yeah, absolutely. So, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, another Upon Further Review clip for you. Danny Mo Show, stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever scores the highest November debut ever. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by Cal Hope. Disney and Marvel Studios' Black Panther Wakanda Forever earns $180 million opening weekend. That's the highest November debut ever. And it ranks as the second highest opener of 2022. It should continue to build momentum with pretty impressive numbers. Fun fact, in 2018, Black Panther had this sequel beat, with $202 million at the box office opening weekend, with a total of $1.34 billion altogether. Do you think Wakanda Forever will do the same?
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. Cal Hope can help. Access Cal Hope's free and secure mental health resources today. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
What's the best product I bought this year? Oh, that's easy. Salonpas pain-relieving patches. The proven medicines in Salonpas patches reduce my pain and let me do the things I need to do every day.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas reported improved sleep, mood, and the ability to work. They had less pain and were able to reduce their use of oral pain medications.
For pain, I use Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Health is Wealth and Medicare and Covered California's open enrollment for medical insurance is here. RHJ Insurance Agency can help you find affordable rates and the plan that's just right for you and your family. Call 562-204-6120 for your free quote. Don't leave your health to chance. Open enrollment is here and affordable coverage is just a phone call away. Call 562-204-6120 for your free quote and get the coverage you need. Go to www.rhjins.com.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event.
It's a celebration.
Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass.
Oh my God.
Join us for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There'll be entertainment, food trucks, and a diverse array of vendors, along with attendance and participation from community leaders, elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 and our social media platforms for all the important details. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now, it's a celebration.
Now back to more of the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, man. We just found out a little nugget about you and Dick Gregory.
We have the same birthday.
That's fantastic.
He's passed on, but we had the same birthday. So
same year and everything, right?
Okay. All right, keep at it. Keep at it, Danny Mo.
I'm kidding.
But also, I wanted to mention the name of the herb cleanse that we were talking about. I said it was A.D. Dolphin. Thank you for, I don't know your name, whoever left the open mic message, but the name of the cleanse is called D-Herbs, the D-Herb Cleanse. So
cool.
It's the 30-day cleanse that I was talking about. That's that.
Where can we get that from?
Online. He's got dherbs.com.
I'm going to do one.
The letter D as in David.
I would love to try that one if I could buy it over the counter somewhere, but I don't want to order anything and wait.
Oh.
Because after Thanksgiving, I'm going to need it. Trust me, I'm going to need something to cleanse me out.
Maybe you can get an expedited shipping thing.
I'm going to look into a D-Herb cleanse?
D-Herbs cleanse. Or dherbs.com.
Herbs.com.
Yes.
All right. Check out this next clip. This is, in my opinion, the big dog.
Okay.
Eric Thomas.
Okay.
The number one, numero uno.
It's great. You just said it was T.D. Jakes, but...
Oh, that's right.
That's all good.
It's
He's up there. He's up there. Okay.
And he breaks down how we shouldn't always need a seat at the table. We need to build our own seat. Listen.
I don't need to sit at your table. We building one. We in the process of building a table. We building a table. I don't got to sit at your table. I'm building my own table, and I will build you a table in the presence of your enemies.
Come on.
Your problem, you still at the bottom. You pissed because they didn't give you an award. Award for what? I get an award every night when I go to bed. I hear God say, well done. I see what you're doing, son. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. I see how you treat people. Well done. I see how you extend yourself. Well done. I see you ain't getting caught up. Well done, thou good. I don't need the award.
First time I heard that clip, I thought of one person. Tavis Smiley. I think that is what KBLA is.
Absolutely. Building a table.
I don't need your table. We gonna build our own table.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be hard, like walnut. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna seat a lot of people at the table that otherwise wouldn't be able to sit at this table.
Yeah. Do you remember the episode of I don't know if you ever watched Married with Children? Did you ever watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, when
Peg.
when Al Bundy was he was building something, and I don't know if it was a voice or something that said, build it and they will come. Do you remember that? That's kind of what that reminds me of. Oftentimes where we're so scared to we don't know what the outcome is going to be, right? So you build, but the truth is if you build it, they will come. Build it, but build it in excellence and they will come, you know? I love the message of E.T. right here. I always love his messaging. The delivery.
Come on now.
It's the delivery for me.
But you know, that's my style too.
And he is great. Like, let me tell you something, where he thrives is talking to teams, you know, football teams and, you know, schools, because you have to project and, you know, all of that stuff for sure. Again, I'm not knocking him because I love his messages. It's the delivery.
We played that video on the air before when he was talking to those teenagers at that school and they were talking, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And he said, only when I get in front of black kids.
Yeah.
They talking when I'm talking.
Yep.
I go talk to white kids. They ain't talking when I'm talking.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that as a woman, you don't want a man yelling at you, you know, and it's passionate, and I could appreciate that. But as a woman, you don't want a man yelling at you, even in if it's positive, you know. So again, that's what I take away from it. I take away the message. I hear the message very loud and clear, and I appreciate the message.
So why was DMX successful? He was
Because-
yelling the whole time? Why is Busta Rhymes successful? Y'all.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of the music.
Maybe because they're good
'Cause I'm
looking.
a hip hop fan. No, what?
DMX wasn't good looking?
Why do we go there?
I'm
It
just
has
asking.
nothing. No, we're talking about the voice.
That's all y'all care about.
What?
You will overlook everything else if he fine.
Someone has tainted you.
You trying to tell me that's not true?
That is not true.
See, I told you with men, it's
That is
true.
not true.
The
There
hotter
are-
the woman, the more nonsense we will put
Exactly.
up
So
with.
you are reflecting or deflecting rather, and that's not my story. That's not how I get down. And a lot of women that I know, that's not how we get down. There are some, yes, but not all.
You are willing to tell me in these last 45 seconds here that the hotter the man is, a woman won't put up with nonsense if he's fire and he's fire in the bedroom.
No, I don't think that that's true.
Tripping.
I don't think that that's true.
Where's Zoe? Hey, Zoe!
I don't think that's true.
I do. You tripping. Tomorrow we got a beautiful show coming in. You got a celebrity guest
Yeah,
coming in.
comedian Little Rel, actor Little Rel. He's coming in here. He's got some amazing projects that we're going to talk about, and just his life and all that stuff. He's from Chicago, you know, so it's going to be fun.
It's going to
It'll
be fun. Inside the Rob Report tomorrow. We will send you all for Thanksgiving the right way. Good luck. God bless. Gone. Voice of Reason, Zoe Williams up next. Keep it on KBLA. You heard?
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The New York fraud trial against former President Trump has a start date, October 2nd, 2023. Attorney General Letitia James' lawsuit begins then against Trump, his 3 adult children, and the Trump Organization. The lawsuit was filed in September after a 3-year investigation into if Trump and his company manipulated property values to gain investments, as well as tax and loan benefits. Anthony Fauci says he gave it his all during his decade